to another episode of Barry Babes Podcast, the show where we dive deep into all things bariatric surgery, mindset and lifestyle. I'm your host, Lauren Peat, bariatric nurse specialist, and your guide on this transformational journey. Today we're talking about a crucial component of your bariatric success, protein. Whether you're just starting out on your journey or you've been on this road for a while, protein is going to be your best friend. Let's dive into the role of protein in fueling your success post-surgery. First, let's talk about why protein is so important after weight loss surgery. After your surgery, your body is going through a lot of changes. You're healing from the procedure, adjusting to a new way of eating, and working on maintaining your muscle mass as you lose weight. Protein is crucial for all of these areas. When you consume adequate protein, you're helping your body repair tissues, build muscle, and maintain strength. Post-surgery, muscle mass is something that we want to protect. And while you're losing weight, some of that weight can come from muscle mass. Your body actually can't differentiate between muscle and fat. And so it breaks down both. And so it's really important that we help build that back up. And so protein helps preserve lean muscle while promoting fat loss, which is exactly what we want, right, after surgery. So in addition, protein helps stabilize your blood sugar levels. So if you're not eating enough protein, your blood sugar levels can spike up and down quite a bit. And it keeps you feeling fuller for longer and satisfied. And it's a key benefit when you're transitioning to smaller, more frequent meals. So after surgery, I really struggled with hair loss around that 6-month post-op mark. Hair was falling out, hormones were all up the wazoo. And I just remember sitting there going, oh my gosh, this is insane. Like, is my hair ever going to stop falling out? I feel so moody. The hormones were just flying and it just wasn't fun. And so realizing that protein plays a really significant part in this, especially, so that 6 months mark is really normal for your hormones to switch up. But before then and after then, if you find your hair's falling out, or your skin's not feeling great, or you're just like, oh, what is going on? I just feel off. Or the weight's stalled, chances are it's probably your issue is low protein. You're not getting enough in your diet. So how much protein do you need? That's a really important question. And the general recommendation after weight loss surgery is to aim between 60 to 80 grams of protein per day. However, that's a very generic answer, and we actually have a protein calculator on my website that actually calculates how much protein you as an individual should be getting. So I'll make sure to share that in the links below so that you can check that out and see how much you actually should be getting in. However, it isn't a one-size-fits-all approach, and the exact amount will vary depending on your specific surgery type, how active you are, because if you're using a lot of energy every day, then you're going to burn through your protein a lot quicker. And also, obviously, personal goals. But the idea is that you're in a deficit, but you're still satisfied, so you're not craving and binge eating all the other foods that aren't serving you. It's important to remember that protein doesn't need to stop. Protein needs don't stop after the first few months. It's not a be all end all, like, oh, I've done the first couple of months, I'm good. It's a priority for the rest of your life. The entire journey is dictated around your protein. As your body adjusts, you'll need to ensure you're hitting those targets every day to optimize your health and your progress. So it's really setting you up to get you sorted in terms of long-term success. The more that you eat in terms of protein, the more satisfied you are and the better progress you have around keeping that weight off long term. So it's one of my fundamentals. When it comes to protein sources, it is very much quality over quantity. So now that we know how much protein you need, let's talk about where you can get it from. Protein sources are essential to your success. It's not just about quantity, it's about the quality of where you're getting that protein source from. So here are a few protein-rich foods that are bariatric friendly and actually will help keep you satisfied a little bit longer. And so lean meats are a great source of protein. So you got your chicken, turkey, fish, lean cuts of beef, pork, even your other types of seafood can be quite a good source of protein as well. So like your shrimps and that kind of thing. Eggs, super versatile. And they are high in protein and easy to prepare in so many ways. And so they are a really great option, especially for your lunch foods where you're struggling with, oh, what do I have? Eggs are really great, whether they're boiled, scrambled, poached. It doesn't really matter. And that's how versatile they are. You can have them in lots of different ways. And so they're a complete protein, which is great. And so then we have Greek yogurt. Choose plain, non-fat Greek yogurt as a protein-packed snack. And that'll just help boost your meals as well. So if you're having it with breakfast, add some chia seeds, add some low-carb muesli, whatever you want. Fruit can be quite nice as well to get you really satisfied and full and to last you till lunchtime. Protein shakes. So if you are really struggling to meet your protein needs or your protein goals every day with food alone, especially in those early days when you're not able to fit as much in, a high quality protein shake can be easily an effective option, because it actually helps keep you fuller for longer and gets that protein in. I may be biased here, but we have our own line of protein powder called Berry. I am obviously New Zealand based, and Berry was our answer to having something that was a little bit nicer on the tummy, because the whey-based protein powders tend to cause quite a lot of bloating, especially after surgery, and take up a lot of space, whereas collagen-based protein powders, whilst not a complete protein in terms of the amino acid profile, enable you to actually readily absorb it. It doesn't taste as bad, and it doesn't cause all the extra bloating and gas that whey-based protein powders do. And there's a lot of controversy out there around, collagen isn't a complete protein, and you're 100% right, it isn't a complete protein. What it's missing is the tryptophan essential amino acid, which if you are eating a diet that has dairy or it has meat-based products, then you will be getting that essential amino acid from other food sources. And the reason why that amino acid is so important is because it actually converts to melatonin in the brain and actually helps you with sleep. So it is important to make sure that you are eating a really varied diet to get all these essential vitamins, minerals, and macronutrients in. But what that means is that you can supplement with proteins like our collagen, our Berry collagen powder, and not feel like you have to stress out because you don't like the taste of some of your other protein powders. They might have a strange texture, they might taste funny, they might cause your tummy to be sore. And so actually having a simple protein powder like our Berry collagen powder, and that gives you everything you need just to keep you satisfied, keep you going, boost up that protein content, is a really, really great option. And then we have cottage cheese, another great high protein snack, perfect for adding to your diet. So any of your cheeses is going to be really good in boosting that protein. Cottage cheese is great because it's lower in fat, but I'm not completely anti-fat, as you'll hear across my podcast that fat isn't the devil. It keeps you satisfied, keeps you full, as well as, so when you're having it with the protein, it's a really good balance. I prefer to live a lower carb diet life, just because carbohydrates can spike my blood sugars and make me feel really blah after lunch. Like I just have that utmost crash, and I'm just like, I just can't keep going, this sucks. I need a nap. And so actually having a really good balance of the fats and the proteins works really, really well for me. It may or may not work really well for you, and that's why it's all around finding out what works and doesn't work for you. Then you have legumes and beans. These are great plant-based options, and they provide protein and fiber. You just have to be aware that any plant-based products aren't going to have the full category of the 12 essential amino acids because they're plants. They're not full animal-based proteins, and so that's the difference. Hitting your protein target every day can feel like a challenge, but with a few practical strategies, it can become second nature. Here are my top tips for reaching your daily protein goals. Start your day with protein. Begin with a protein-packed breakfast like eggs, Greek yogurt, a protein shake. Start strong and set the tone for the rest of your day. Incorporate protein into every meal and snack. Make sure each meal has good protein source, even your snacks. Keep snacks like protein bars, nuts, or a handful of cheese handy to get your protein in between meals. Plan ahead. Prepping is your best friend. By planning your meals and having protein-rich foods ready to go, you'll be less likely to skip the protein in favor of quick, low protein options. It's kind of like, also don't let yourself get hungry, because it's not around not being hungry, but when you get past the point of hunger and you will just eat anything in sight. And so we want to avoid that step, because that's not going to set you up for success. Track your intake. Using a food diary or an app to track your protein intake it's easy to forget now how much you've consumed, and tracking can help keep you on target, at least for a couple of days, until you really understand how much protein is in the food that you are eating. The bottom line, to wrap things up, protein is the key building block to your success after weight loss surgery. It supports muscle maintenance, helps keep you satisfied, and helps you recover and heal. Prioritizing your protein intake every single day will make the difference in reaching your goals and feeling your best. It gives you energy. Remember, protein is not just a number, it's part of fueling your body for the long haul. So commit to hitting your protein targets and your body will thank you for it. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Berry Babes podcast. I hope you now have a better understanding of how important protein is for your bariatric journey and how to make it work for you. Don't forget to share this episode with someone who might benefit from it. And if you have any questions or need any support, feel free to reach out. We'd love to hear from you. So until next time, keep focused on your health and remember, you've got this. See you next time.